how to make a, not how to make a, but how I make a Webtoon background using the Clip Studio Paint and the 3D models that comes with Clip Studio Paint. So the last time I did this video, the it was very blurry, and I'm a mom of three, so of course I have children, and those children like to stream, and it's just it's just yeah, it does what it does. So this hopefully it doesn't do that now. And hopefully, when you guys are rewatching this, it's not blurry. Let me know in the comments if it is blurry. That way I can at least stop. So you guys aren't watching, so because then I realize, oh, hi, my Patri. Hi, Patri. I'm redoing this video because it was so blurry last time, but I'm hoping that it will fix it this time. Cammy! My Cammy heart, here's a heart for you. Hi. How was the honeymoon? How you doing? I'm gonna do this. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Because right now, my children, they're out with their papa. So I'm hoping that I can get this going and it doesn't look all blurry. Because then once they come home, they're gonna get on the internet and then it might end up looking blurry. So we'll see how it do. So definitely let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and share like my process on how I use Clip Studio Paint's like 3D models. Let me just make this bigger so that we can see both the things. But how I use Clip Studio Paint's pre-made 3D models and how I get them to go from, let me just, hold on. I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, we're gonna go up. I'm changing the layers. Sorry, I gotta move the camera. Okay. How I get it from looking like this, which this is fine. Everyone has a personal preference. And for me, like my whole outlook on it, because I know a lot of people ask me like, oh, well, will people want to read my Webtoon if I use 3D models? And how I see it and how I go about it, mentally thinking, everyone likes sliced bread except for those who are allergic to bread. So just, the comic is for who it is for. You look down the aisle, you see lots of different slices of bread, just like with this. You see lots of different comics that have 3D models and others that do not have 3D models. There is an audience for it. Some people will like it, some people will not. It's okay. Do what you like and or don't do what you like. You are free to do whatever you would like to do. As for me, I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing. And I felt like using this 3D model. So two of the main tools that I want to share with is I use this tool right here. And that helps me to move around my 3D model. Because I know I got asked a lot of questions on how do you go about moving a 3D model? I make sure I click this operations tool. Sometimes it's already pre-clicked if you add it to your thing. And then I can use these tools to change it and move it forward and backward and all that jazz. I'm going to undo that. Boop, undo. Undo again, undo. Okay. And third thing, people ask well, I have trouble with posing or picking a camera angle for my 3D models. What I like to do is I like to just use one of these pre-made assets, camera shots, and just build off from there. After I pick this, and then I will use these and, zoom in like that, and then boom. So that's what I like to do to help take out the guesswork when I'm trying to figure out a camera angle, because my brain will hurt. It will hurt. So that's what I like to do. I'll just build off of the already set camera angles that Clip Studio Paint has for the 3D models. Undo, undo, undo. I don't have the undo set on here. Hold on. Boop. Okay. I'm using my hotkey. Let me see if it'll work. Undo, 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 undo. But yeah, so that's how I do the posing. That's how I pick the pose, pick the camera shots. I will use the already set things right there. Let me see the next one. I want to cover all the questions that I get so that I can then show the whole process. The next one, a lot of people ask me, where do you find the 3D models? I go here, Windows. There's lots of different ways to find it, but this is what I like to do. I go to Windows, I go to Material, and then I just click whichever. because I'm just trying to get this window to pop up. Because sometimes some people might not have this window here, so I get this window to pop up. And then from there, I will just select the 3D model, and then I'm going to just scroll down. Where did it go? Here, right here. Backgrounds, and then I open it like boop, and then I go here, boop, and then I go here, and I go, and then I take it, drag, drop, and it's going to insert itself. You see, and now I got two 3D models on top of each other. And see, it's all in one layer. So that's how I basically add 3D models to my canvas. I like to layer them, or I will just, just use it as one, like you see here. So yeah, hold on. Oh, I'm missing comments. Let's see. Don't let them add 3 people in the models, and I'll be playing. I mean, you could do that. I end up catching myself do that. Hold on. Let me show you that. Because with the 3D models, like the actual like doll ones, because a lot of people ask me, like, how do you go about, posing those ones? Because those ones, that can be like super tricky. And okay, here's this one. I put the dolls in here. Hold on, and there's this one, the sitting hand one. That's Jaehyun. And then there's this one where Oriana is right there. So using that same operations, like, oh, it's blurry. Using that same object tool right here, I can just, I got to cover his tuchus because I don't want YouTube being like, oh my God, you got a tushy in there. I'm like, there's 3D model. But I just tap it, and I like using the 3D models when the purple dots appear. And because like it moves it for me, it adjusts everything else for me. I'm going to move this purple dot, move that foot, and then, I can move these. And so that's how I go about undo, 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 undo. There we go. That's how I go about posing my 3D models. I just use the purple dots. I can use like the fine tuning ones if I tap it again and the purple dots disappear. Then I can use like this like fine tuning stuff, but I get overwhelmed. So that's why I just tap, 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 tap. Yeah, oh, the purple dots went away. Hold on. There we go. So that's why I just use the purple dots to help me pose, and then to help me like pose the 3D models. I still struggle with the 3D models, like, posing exactly. So some people might be like, well, why can't I just draw it? Why do I have to use it? You don't have to use 3D models. If you feel like this is not giving you joy to use, don't use it. If you're like, this, I like to use it, then use it. So again, you could do whichever you want. And the same thing on how I can add 3D models to the background. I don't even know how I just worded myself there. This is how I can add my actual characters, like the models themselves, to the background, and ignore some of those poses. Hold on. So I'm going to take this 3D model, and I'm going to drag and drop. And when I see that plus sign, that's when I know it's going to be added into the background itself. You see? Ah, nuts, it didn't do it. Hold on. Let me undo that. Let me go here. Okay. I have my 3D model selected. It should do it. If it doesn't, then I don't know what to do. Okay, select. Okay, yes, plus. Nuts, it went onto its own layer. Okay, then I can't use that one. Hold on, I'm going to pick a different one. Sometimes the custom-made 3D models, like the little poser dolls, sometimes those, I don't know, they just fight with my 3D models. So I'm going to take this one. This one came with the Clip Studio Paint. I see my plus sign. Nuts, it didn't do it. Okay, well, I don't know. I can't remember how I do it, but usually I can just like drag, drop, and it will insert itself within it. But as you can see, it is not within what I want it to be. But if that, usually when that happens to me, I'll just like change the pose and just get it to fit within it. But I don't know why that's not working. Hold on. I had it work last time. In the other video I did, let me see. I'm smart. I am a smart human who knows how to do smart things. So maybe if I tap this one, and then maybe if I go here, and then maybe what if I pick this one and go like that? No. Let me see. What happens if I do this and go like that? Oh yeah, now you want to like, okay, so that's what I did. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe someone who's watching this later will be like, this is why it's doing that. Feel free to let people know in the comments. But either way, this is what I did. I had to move this before I had it above out of this layer, my panel folder layer. And I tried to, even though I had the 3D model, right here, even though I had the scene selected and I was dragging it and dropping it in there, it will put it in here. So what I did was I just went ahead and moved my 3D model layer into my panel folder layer right here. I just moved it in there. And then I just took the thingamabob and put it right there. Green check mark, green plus sign, boop. And there we go. See, it's fitted right in there. And now, hold on, I'm going to tap the 3D model. And now I can just move them around the scene. And because I know some people have asked, like, how do you get the 3D model to snap? See, look, she's laying on the table now. So that's how I get my 3D models to actually be within, like, the 3D model. So say I'm going to tap this 3D model, the background instead of the characters. Tap. Okay. I have the background tapped. And now I want to change the angle. So I'm going to pick the specified camera angle from presets. And now I can just pick different things. I'm going to mess it up, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and see what happens. But see, let me actually hide the rest of this. Let me put this up here. Give me a second. Put this up here. Hide that. And then now I can just click any of these presets and it will just change. Oopsies. It'll change the camera scene for me. You see? Like that. Another trick that I like to do, because, as you can see, look, they're all still there. I'm going to tap this. I'm not going to tap that one. I'm going to tap this one. And you see, they're all still there. They have snapped to the background, so I can pick whatever I want. Tap that. There we go. So now I can pick whichever angle I want, and I can move it around, and the characters are snapped within it. And that's one of the things that I like to do to get camera angles. Let me see. Another thing that I like to do, if I don't like the preset angles right here, I can also just select the 3D model character. Boop. I'm going to select their tush. And then the 3D models also have like camera angles as well. So I can just, please don't be a tushy. Please don't, let's zoom it out. Zoom it out. Oh, of course, it's gonna, of course, you know what? That's real nice. There we go. And I can also, like, you see, I can use the 3D models preset camera angles. And okay, don't. You know what? Let's pick a different 3D model. But you see what I'm trying to say? Like, I can have the 3D models. I can pick their camera thing. So I'm going to tap this 3D model, and I'm going to pick. Okay, nice, real nice. Okay, just. Oriana, where are you? I'm going to pick Oriana's 3D models because these ones is just going to get me in trouble with the YouTubes. Hold on, let me zoom it out. No, out. Nice. We're gonna pick Oriana. She's sitting like a lady, and the other two models is just getting me in trouble. Okay, there we go. So the tushy is still there. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying, I could also do this as well. I could pick the 3D model asset and do this as well. So those are just all the different ways that I find different camera angles, different poses, whatnot. I will use the preset settings right here, and I'll just either use it with the 3D model, with this, use the purple dots. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that helps. I know it's a lot all at once. Do whatever you like. Do whatever is easiest for you. Last thing, a lot of people have also noticed when they click the pen tool, they're like, okay, I have my 3D models. Why can't I draw? I like to add a layer over top of it. And then that's how I'm able to draw over top the 3D model, like so. And that's what I do. Because I can't draw, you see, on the 3D model layer. It's like, no. So right now, I can't draw on the 3D model layer, but I can draw on a different layer. So that's what I do. And if you're like, what if people don't like tracing? I don't know. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't. For me, in my house, I traced over my 3D models because I can. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not the best when it comes to what ifs and answering that. Why is there a ladybug by my window? Hold on, I'm gonna get some eucalyptic. I'm gonna get some essential oils. You're not supposed to be here. You don't pay property taxes, you moocher. Okay, I gotta find my essential oils. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay. Oh, I hope it doesn't fly. I'm in my pajamas, so this is terrible. I'm gonna set you guys right here. Okay. Okay. For those of you who are like, don't kill it. You're not in this house being tormented by it. Like it's not doing nothing. It is. It's just sitting there menacingly. And those ones, they scratch you. Even if I put it, I'm just, you know, the oil that they do at the churches with like, blah, 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 blah. That's what I do when I put the oil there. I'm afraid if I put this on it, it's going to fly. Okay, I'm just going to put some oil there so no more come. It's essential eucalyptus. I'm going to find a book to smash it with. This is my book, School Memories, and I have it linked in the video. Don't worry, this is mine, so I can do what I want with it. Ew. Ew, it's gross. Okay, so I killed it. What was I doing? Oh, showing you guys the backgrounds. Okay. Alrighty, so what was I saying? Oh, can you link the rendering process? I don't know how to like give it the glow that you do. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the next thing that I was supposed to show you guys. So I'm going to take this off. So let's go ahead and I'm not saving that. Boop. So let's go ahead and I'll break down each thing that I do to make this look like this. It's actually super easy. More easy than my head without you. That's what I was thinking. Because like I take the essential oil and I go like boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh my god, I'm turning into my mom. But okay, so here's what I do to get this to look like this. Super easy. I will go ahead and show you each layer. I'm gonna try to. I really wish like the with the YouTube live stream I could adjust the camera thing, but okay, hopefully this is a good angle so that you guys can see. Alrighty, so I will take away each layer because literally all I did was use the airbrush tool and free assets that Clip Studio Paint has. So these trees I didn't make and I used the color balance. So let's go ahead. Take off this rain layer, take off that rain layer. Well, that's an airbrush layer. Take this tree off, take that tree away, take that airbrush away, take that paint away, take that rain away. And you see all that's left? You see? You see what I did there? So let's go ahead and first go over the first step. Here is our 3D model. I'm going to use my operation tool so you can see what I'm doing. Tap. Oh, I forgot. I rasterized it. Never mind. Okay, so with the 3D model, I made a duplicate of it, and then I rasterized it. And you know how it's like rasterized? Because, sorry, I got a phone call. I have to call my hubby back. Because, see, I can draw over top of it. This layer has been rasterized. And you're like, what's rasterized? All I did was right-click it. Well, here, I'll show you the 3D model. This is no longer a 3D model. This is the 3D model up here. You see, it's the same. All I did was right-click it, and I clicked this one, and then that created this layer that I have here. So now I can draw over top of it, and I can now go over to layers. Where is it? Layers. Where is it? I can go to edit. And then what I do to get that blue effect, I go to tonal correction, and then I just go to color balance. Because I want it to look like a night scene in an anime. show. So I look at an anime show and I see that a lot of anime shows look blue with their night scenes. So I'm like, all right, let's do that. So I put it blue. Wait a second, I'm on the wrong layer. Where am I? Hide the 3D model. There we go. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. I got to put it back up. Color balance. Okay. I go blue and I go whatever that color is. And then that's what I do. And it takes like, I like it. My brain likes it. I can't explain why I like it. I just do. But that's what I do. It takes and it makes it just all look somewhat one color or whatever. And then, if I want like to fine tune it more, I'll go into the other stuff and like mess around with it even more. Don't ask me what each one of these things do. I was just pressing buttons and then I just keep repeating it. So yes, so that's what I do. First, I take my 3D model and then I rasterize it. And then with that raster layer, raster, I then go to color balance and then I make it look a whatever tone I want it to look. If I wanted it to look like a morning time tone, and I wanted more, let me take away that green. And I wanted more of a morning effect, I would do red and stuff. So yeah, that's what I do. And that's how I got this layer. And that's just what I do to help it look less 3D model-esque. Now, the next thing that I do is I will use, here's the rain, and here's this rain. And these are literally, I have them this one set to multiply, but this is just the pre-made asset. When you go to your materials area, right here, and then you go to image materials, and a lot of these come already added with Clip Studio Paint, but you can also download more right here. But yeah, I just take these and I can literally just drag and drop them there. Let me see if I can find the specific tree one. Here we are. So you see this tree? That's how I just add the 3D, that's how I add those image layers. And that's literally how I added this rain, you see? And then I just use the blue box. And that's what I did. So that's literally how I did the rain and did the trees. And then I just set this one so that you can see like the blue behind it. I set that layer to multiply. Okay, so we rasterized our 3D model. We then did the color balance to turn it blue. We then used the pre-made assets that Clip Studio Paint had available, and we just placed it on top of our blue thingamabob buildings. And then we did another one, and we set it to multiply. And then is me. And then I added a tree and more trees. And then I added more trees. Now, oops. You see that little gray effect? I wanted it to like, that's literally just my airbrush. Here, I'll show you. That's just an airbrush. That's my airbrush. Look, I'll show you. I went like this and it's an airbrush. And I just put that there. So I guess let me change the color layer. Let me change the paper color so you can see it better. Oh, I don't know, maybe red no, red doesn't show it very well. What color should I change this? Purple? Purple, blue? Hold on, I'm smart, give me a second. Nuts, you know what? You get what I'm saying though, it's gray. It's just a very light gray airbrush, that's what I did. So that's what I did to get like, it makes it look kind of blurry. I put the airbrush over it. Let me find my layer. You see? I just put an airbrush over it and it makes it look kind of glowy. Okay, so go back to this, put our trees back up. And here we are right here. This one, you're like, oh, but that looks glowy. Literally the same thing. I did more, it's just an airbrush. I just did more airbrush, boop, boop, boop. And it made it look like that. Boop, boop. And then last one, another image material that I just put over top of it. You wizard. I'm a very simple being. I like simple things and simple processes that I can replicate But yeah, the whole ambience thing, you know how when things that look further away, they look more gray or less saturated. And I didn't feel like having to like figure that out color theory wise and paint that all in. So I'm like, you know what? Airbrush, boom, put that over it. That looks grayer. So that's what I did. And then from there, I put my word balloons. And that's how we got from here to here. Wow! See, I'm a very simple girl. I'm a very simple being. And I'm like, look, to gussy up a recipe that's tasting bland, you just add some more stuff into it. That's what I like to do. So yeah, hopefully this helps. My husband and my kids are calling me because we have what are we doing today? We are doing our R&R, which is we're going to watch Running Man and we're going to eat some Texas Roadhouse. And I need to place the order. This is crazy simple. My brain didn't believe it. No worries. I think I have a ebook on my, let me see if I can find that. I'm going to set you guys down right here. I'm going to see if I can pull up my website. Because I think I also made an ebook where I just shared those steps. Give me a second. Let me go to the website and it should be, excuse me. Yep, right here. I have an ebook where it shows just like the step by step. So if you forget what I said here, the ebook, you can download it right there and from my website. So yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go. I treated myself to some Chinese food from my favorite spot. Ooh. Tell me why Miss Owner decided to share two of her cookies from Insomnia with me. That's so nice. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope the video didn't get blurry. And then I'll talk to you guys later. I'm very tired and I'm nauseous, so I should probably go eat something. But it was nice seeing you again, Cammy and Patri, and everyone else who's watching. Here's heart for you. Bye, you guys. See you next time. Bye, 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 bye.